traders, FX Pip Collector here. Today is Tuesday, August 13th, and I'm going to be analyzing the US dollar yen, starting on the monthly, working my way all the way down to the 1 hour time frame for the full top down analysis. So on the dollar yen, we definitely had a very strong move to the downside. It looks like the end of a wave 5, and if it is the end of a wave 5, eventually it will take out the low of wave 4. But this is the monthly time frame, so I mean it could literally take a year or more just to end up going down and breaking that low of wave 4 with probably lots of pullbacks in between. Taking it down to the weekly time frame. Now we had a big impulsive move down for several weeks now. I still think this is likely either a wave A or a wave 1. I don't really care whether it's an A or a 1 because the trading strategy is exactly the same whether it's an A or a 1. Eventually I think it's going to make another push up, which would be either a wave B or a wave 2. And just like a wave A or 1, the trading strategy is exactly the same for a wave B or a wave 2. The only time that it really changes is on the third wave down when you need to decide whether it's a wave 3 or whether it's a wave C. So let's keep that in mind as we go down to the daily. On the daily time frame, our last structure level is actually still way up here. So I still think there's a pretty good chance that it will make at least one more attempt on the downtrend. Maybe like a wave 5 of that wave A or that wave 1. So I'm definitely still primarily keeping an eye out for shorts on shorter time frames. Going down to the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame is where I got my Fibonacci retracement on this last move down. I still think there's a very good chance this move up is a correction to this last move down, so I'm definitely watching these Fibonacci levels very, very closely. I'm watching for a nice impulsive engulfing move to the downside, especially if it breaks structure. If it does all that, that's exactly what I'm going to be looking for to go short for the continuation of the downtrend. Probably a wave 5, but it could even be a subdivision of a much bigger downtrend. Taking it down to the 1 hour time frame. Now, if you are a short time frame trader, which I'm definitely not, and you are trading below the 1 hour time frame, then you definitely could have been looking for longs for the last week and a half or so. Ever since we broke structure to the upside on the 1 hour, if you were using that as your roadmap time frame, there definitely was some pretty profitable long opportunities over the last, week and a half or so. I'm definitely still kind of keeping an eye out for a Fibonacci bounce and a nice big engulfing move down. We do have CPI inflation data coming out tomorrow, and I think that probably is a pretty likely time for this to end the correction and probably end up continuing back down. So watch your Fibonacci levels very, very closely. Like I said, if you are a short time frame trader, you could definitely still be looking for longs, but keep an eye on your Fibonacci levels. Eventually, I think it is going to bounce from one of these levels, go down, break structure, and probably end up continuing back down for that wave 5, like I was showing and explaining on the higher time frames. So don't forget to join my free Discord channel, which is linked over here in the corner. And as always, thank you and happy trading.